Operation Silver Screen, September 22, 2026. Hollywood, California. Red carpet premiere. Dark Roots. Latest action thriller from Apex Entertainment Studios. A-list actors. Industry executives. Paparazzi everywhere. Cameras flashing. Fans screaming. Perfect Hollywood spectacle. Inside theater. 800 guests. Celebrating film that cost $50 million to produce. Nobody knew actual production cost was $15 million. Nobody realized extra $35 million was laundered drug money. Nobody suspected film equipment trucks smuggled 40 tons cocaine over 2 years. Nobody understood movie premieres were drug distribution events. For 5 years, Apex Entertainment had operated as both legitimate film studio and massive cartel operation. 8 films produced, $400 million box office, Netflix deals, Oscar nominations, real Hollywood success. But underneath glamour was criminal empire. $250 million laundered through fake film budgets, 40 tons drugs smuggled in prop containers. Movies themselves contained coded messages for traffickers. Even actor travel facilitated distribution. But September 22nd, celebration would become catastrophe. FBI agents disguised as guests filled theater. SWAT teams waited outside. At exactly 8 p.m., during opening credits, Operation Silver Screen would execute. Red carpet would become arrest zone. Premiere would become perp walk. Hollywood glamour would reveal criminal reality. 8 films produced. $250 million laundered. Actors unknowingly participated. Comment if you think using Hollywood for trafficking deserves life imprisonment. The studio launched 5 years earlier, 2021, Apex Entertainment Studios, founded by Michael Stevens, charismatic producer, claimed background in tech, venture capital funding, vision for independent cinema revolution. Everything appeared legitimate. Industry veterans advised, SAG contracts signed, union agreements executed, all proper, all professional. First film released 2022. Fast money. Action thriller. Budget $30 million. Box office $60 million. Success. Critics praised. Audiences enjoyed. Netflix bought streaming rights. Everything suggested legitimate studio. Real Hollywood player. Nobody suspected Michael Stevens was actually Miguel Santos. Cartel operative. Stanford degree was forged. Tech background was fabricated. Entire persona was lie. Second film, White Thunder. 2022. Budget, $40 million. Box office, $80 million. Even bigger success. Oscar consideration for cinematography. A-list actors sought roles. Apex Entertainment was hot. Industry darling. New player. Disrupting Hollywood. Success seemed real. Was real. Films were good. Professional. Well made. But funding was blood money. Production was smuggling operation. Success was cover for crime. Hit like if you believe Hollywood should face federal monitoring for cartel infiltration. Special Agent Jennifer Martinez coordinated investigation. FBI Financial Crimes Division. 28 years investigating money laundering. Hollywood experience. She'd seen production companies used for fraud. But this sophisticated? This is evolution, Martinez told her team. Not simple fraud. This is complete integration. Real films, real talent, real success, all hiding massive criminal operation. This requires deep investigation, complete understanding, then total destruction. Investigation began with IRS audit. Apex Entertainment claimed $50 million budget per film, but expense breakdown seemed inflated. Vendor invoices were suspicious. Some companies didn't exist. Others were shell corporations. Amounts didn't match industry standards. Audit referred to FBI. Financial investigation commenced. Analysis revealed pattern. Every film had similar budget structure. 30 to 50 million claimed, but 15 to 20 million actual spend. Difference was 35 million per film. 8 films over 5 years. Total discrepancy, 250 million. This money was laundered, hidden in fake production costs, cleaned through legitimate film revenue. Undercover operation was implemented. FBI agent Jessica Torres hired as production assistant, film industry background, perfect cover, worked at Apex 6 months, observed everything, documented all operations, found truth worse than financial fraud. Props were weaponized, large set pieces, green screen backgrounds, furniture, all appeared normal, professional quality, but many were hollow. Agent discovered during load-in. Heavy prop felt light, examined closely, found false panel. Inside, vacuum-sealed packages, cocaine, 50 kilograms, single prop, perfect smuggling method. Too sophisticated, or exactly why cartels needed Hollywood expertise. Comment S or H. Costume department was cover for trafficking. Wardrobe trunks for period films. Elaborate costumes. Historical accuracy. Professional work, but trunks had false bottoms. Accessible only with special tool. Agent watched costume supervisor use hidden mechanism. Opened compartment. Revealed packages. Drugs. Every trunk was modified. Every costume shipment carried contraband. Film equipment was transportation network. Camera cases, lighting equipment, sound gear, all professional, all functional, but modified. Camera cases opened normally, showed expensive cameras, but had hidden compartments behind foam padding. 20 kilograms capacity each, lighting cases similar, sound equipment identical. Every case was smuggling device. Production trucks were mobile warehouses, equipment transport, normal for film industry. Trucks traveled between locations, set to set, city to city, state to state. Perfect cover for smuggling. Agent documented multiple trips, trucks carrying equipment to remote locations. No filming happening, just delivery, return empty, pattern clear. Location shoots were distribution events. Filming in Miami actually meant cocaine pickup. Shooting in Texas was distribution hub visit. Location scouting in Arizona meant route planning. Agent attended multiple scouts, found meetings with individuals unrelated to production. Conversations about scenes that were actually drug quantities. Action sequence meant shipment. Romantic scene meant payment. Film premieres were deals. Red carpet wasn't just publicity, was networking for criminals. VIP guests included cartel members. After party was negotiation session. Gift bags contained product samples, $500 worth of luxury items, plus small package, cocaine sample, testing quality, arranging purchases. Should film premieres used for drug deals face federal infiltration? Comment Y or N. Script content was coded communication. Agent analyzed multiple scripts, found patterns. Character names matched known traffickers. Carlos Martinez in film was real dealer. Scene numbers indicated quantities. Scene 47 meant 47 kilograms. Location references were actual addresses. Entire script was instruction manual disguised as screenplay. Dialogue contained messages, specific phrases. The money is in the bank meant payment received. We leave at dawn indicated shipment timing. Trust nobody was warning of law enforcement. Actors spoke these lines, delivered them perfectly, unaware they coordinated real crimes, unknowing messengers. Release dates were coordinated with operations. Dark Roots premiered September 22nd. Intelligence showed major shipment scheduled September 20th. Film release provided cover, media attention, crowds, chaos, perfect distraction for smuggling. Pattern repeated with every film. Cast and crew were overwhelmingly innocent. 200 actors had worked on Apex films. 500 crew members participated. Only 15 people knew truth. Producers, key grip, transportation coordinator, property master, head of costumes, security chief, selected positions. Everyone else was deceived, thought they made legitimate films, were proud of work, were betrayed. Actor travel facilitated smuggling. A-list stars flew private jets. Production paid. Jets returned with equipment. Actually, drugs. Star was comfortable in luxury. Never suspected cargo. Unwitting accomplice. Perfect deniability. Star's reputation provided cover. Nobody suspects Oscar nominee of smuggling. International shoots were major operations. White Thunder filmed in Colombia. Crew of 200. Equipment containers shipped. Returned with film footage. And 50 tons props. Actually drugs. Customs cleared because film production. Legitimate business. Professional operation. Perfect smuggling mechanism. If you believe executives who exploit actors deserve death penalty, type SWAT Power. Financial structure was layered. Apex Entertainment was owned by Silver Screen Holdings, which was owned by Media Investment Group, which was owned by offshore entity in Panama, traced through 15 companies. Ultimate owners. Sinaloa Cartel leadership. Studio wasn't infiltrated. Was built by Cartel. From inception, every film was planned operation. Agent Torres documented everything. 6 months. Every suspicious activity. Every coded conversation. Every hidden compartment. Evidence was overwhelming, but timing was critical. Couldn't raid during production. Too many innocent people. Too much chaos. Needed controlled environment. Premiere was perfect. Everyone in one place. Controlled venue. Maximum arrests. Minimum innocent exposure. September 22nd was Dark Route's premiere. 8th Apex film. Final film, as it turned out. Intelligence showed high-value targets attending. Cartel members, money launderers, distribution coordinators, all invited as industry professionals. Perfect trap. FBI prepared carefully. Agents posed as various roles. Journalists, security, even actors. Blending perfectly. Theater capacity, 800. FBI identified 120 criminal attendees, 680 legitimate guests, actors, industry professionals, press, all innocent, all needing protection. Plan was precise. Identify targets, wait for film start, then secure exits, arrest criminals, evacuate innocents, clean operation. 8 p.m. Film began. Opening credits rolled. Audience settled. Nobody noticed extra security. Nobody saw agents positioning. At 8:03 p.m., credits finished. Main title appeared. FBI moved. FBI, federal agents. Exits are secured. Everyone remained seated. Panic erupted. Screaming. Confusion. Agents moved quickly. Identified targets. You, and you. Federal agents. You're under arrest. Stand up slowly. Criminals tried blending, pretending to be guests. But FBI knew everyone. Had photos. Had identities. No escape. Innocent guests were separated. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're legitimate industry professional, please remain seated. You're not in trouble. We're removing criminals from venue. Your cooperation is appreciated. Most complied. Some actors recognized undercover agents. Were shocked. Realized premiere was raid. How long before criminals learn red carpets don't protect from arrests? A. Never. B. Too late. C. During premiere. Answer at end. Outside, SWAT teams secured perimeter. Prevented escape. 5 people tried running. Were tackled. Arrested. Everyone else surrendered. Knew futility. FBI was everywhere. Escape impossible. Simultaneously, Apex Entertainment headquarters was raided. Studios, offices, equipment warehouses, everything. Teams seized servers, financial records, production files, everything needed for prosecution, evidence-filled trucks. Computer forensics would take months, but initial review confirmed everything. Complete criminal operation, perfectly documented. Production facilities were searched, found props with compartments, costume trunks with modifications, equipment cases with hidden spaces, Everything agent documented was verified. Physical evidence proved smuggling. Undeniable. Prosecutable. Storage warehouses revealed massive inventory. 30 tons drugs. Various types. All packaged. All ready for distribution. This wasn't just laundering. Was major trafficking hub. Using Hollywood as front. Perfect cover. Total arrests, 147 people. Premiere, 120. Headquarters, 27. Mix of cartel members and knowing participants. But 200 actors cleared. 500 crew members verified innocent. FBI made distinction. Protected victims. Pursued criminals. Federal prosecutors filed charges in Central District of California. RICO. Money laundering. Drug trafficking. Conspiracy. Enhanced charges for exploiting entertainment industry. For using actors unknowingly. For betraying public trust. Maximum penalties demanded. Trials began January 2027. Michael Stevens first. Real name, Miguel Santos. Age 47. Claimed legitimate producer. Built successful studio. Knew nothing about drugs. Standard defense. Prosecutors demolished it. Defendant was cartel operative from inception. Studio was money laundering operation. Every film facilitated trafficking. Defendant personally approved modifications. Supervised smuggling. Profited enormously. Used innocent actors as shields. Enhanced culpability. Life sentence mandatory. Guilty on all counts. Life without parole. Santos would die in prison. Hollywood producer persona died in courtroom. Cartel operative exposed. Justice delivered. Key personnel received life sentences. Co-O, head of production. Transportation coordinator. All knowing participants. All enablers. All profiteers. All imprisoned permanently. Property master got 40 years. Modified props. Built compartments. Facilitated smuggling. Enhanced charges for technical expertise. For betrayal of craft. Costume supervisor received 30 years. Modified trunks. Enabled transportation. Participated directly. Imprisonment reflected culpability. Security chief got 50 years. Protected operation. Intimidated workers. Ensured secrecy. Enhanced charges for abuse of position. Innocent workers were protected. Everyone cleared. Many testified. Were traumatized. Thought they worked for legitimate studio. FBI provided support. Industry helped with placement. Careers weren't destroyed. Victims were protected. When Hollywood becomes cartel front, should industry face mandatory federal oversight, shield, or monitor? Asset forfeiture was complete. Studio property seized. 8 films pulled from distribution. Netflix canceled contracts. Streaming removed. Box office revenue frozen. Everything confiscated. Total value, $180 million. All forfeited. Strategic impact was severe. Cartel lost 5-year investment. Lost $250 million laundering capability. Lost 40-ton smuggling route. Lost Hollywood credibility. Lost actor exploitation mechanism. Total damage exceeded $500 million. Industry transformation followed. Hollywood implemented enhanced vetting. Production company oversight. Financial audits. Equipment inspections. SAG demanded protections. Unions required transparency. Industry wouldn't allow repeat. Legislative action was swift. Enhanced penalties for using entertainment industry. Mandatory disclosure requirements. Federal monitoring for high-budget productions. Protecting both industry and nation. Intelligence led to international arrests. Distribution network exposed. Follow-on operations in 12 countries. Everyone connected targeted. Complete network destruction. When final assessments complete, 8 films produced. 250 million laundered. 40 tons smuggled. 147 arrests. 200 actors protected. 500 crew cleared. Life sentences for leadership. Complete studio dissolution. Industry-wide reforms. Hollywood secured. This wasn't filmmaking. Was crime production. Using art as cover. Using actors as shields. using success as camouflage. Federal response was absolute. Life sentences delivered, industry protected, message sent. Hollywood is off limits. Using cinema for trafficking brings permanent imprisonment. The quiz answer, C. During premiere, criminals thought red carpet provided glamour shield, until FBI moved during opening credits, until handcuffs replaced champagne, until reality shattered illusion. 3 questions to consider. When cartels produce real films to hide trafficking, should all assets be forfeited? How many actors must be exploited before Hollywood faces permanent monitoring? Should using cinema for crime carry same penalty as using children? To agents of FBI who protected Hollywood integrity, you exposed evil hiding behind Oscar dreams. You proved cinema is sacred art. You delivered justice for exploited talent. This is SWAT Power, where films hide crimes, where scripts encode murders, where federal power protects art, where Hollywood glamour shields nothing, where red carpets end in handcuffs. Subscribe because cartels infiltrate everything and we expose everything. Like if you believe entertainment industry exploitation deserves life sentences, share if you support Hollywood protection. When movies become weapons, federal justice writes the ending. SWAT Power, premiere rated, studio destroyed, Hollywood secured, every single time.